What's up, guys? JP back at you once again, bringing you guys day number 8 in my 5th annual 31 Days of Horror. We're officially on to week number 2. This is, of course, where I watch and review 31 horror films in 31 days, all during the month of October. And continuing along here, we are still doing the 2016-a-thon, and we have a new film titled Phantasm Ravager. This is the 5th and potentially final installment in the Phantasm series. This one coming many years after the 4th film, which I believe was in 1999 or 98. And it's crazy that it happened. Angus Scrim, the lead antagonist in the 4 Phantasm films, recently passed away shortly after the filming of Phantasm 5. Basically, this one follows Reggie Bannister, who is one of the protagonists from the previous Phantasm films. He's wandering the desert with his 4-barrel shotgun, and he's in search of the tall man and his friend Mike. Then he begins to sort of awaken in a retirement home where Mike is there, and he's really confused by the whole thing, and then he's having these in and out memories or sort of delusions of him in sort of a post-apocalyptic world in search of the tall man and Mike. So we're kind of going into two realities back and forth. The reality where Reggie is in a retirement home, and the reality in which he is still on the hunt of the tall man and still doing battle against the evil of the tall man and his minions. So it's really not really specific on what reality is the real reality. It's sort of as if there's parallel dimensions going on, and that's kind of what I got from the film. It's very fragmatic. Like the film has a lot of fragments to it, and it's just you're seeing different scenes throughout both, potentially even more than two universes. It's a very kind of weird way to do this Phantasm film. There are some things that I really like. There are moments of just nostalgia and camaraderie between the characters who have been in the Phantasm films for ever. 1978, 79 was the original Phantasm. And there are moments of just like kick-ass, hell yeah, this is what we love about Phantasm. But there's also moments of just genuinely just confusion. It's just kind of, it's paced weird, it's edited weird. To me, the color correction was off. It felt way too vibrant and real to life instead of that nightmare dark quality that the previous Phantasm films have had. So that was kind of throwing me off a bit. The characters are perfect. They're just the same as they've always been. They feel the same, from everybody from Reggie to the tall man and everybody in between, such as Mike and a few other characters that we see throughout the film. That is one thing that I really did love, is that everybody's back and it feels like they are the same person. One thing that I didn't like was almost where the film kind of left off. I almost felt like that's what the film should have been the entire time. And it really became a little frustrating watching Phantasm 5 and just wanting something else. There was moments of the film that I thought were really cool. There were moments of the film that I thought were kick-ass, but it just felt like those moments weren't the movie. Those moments were just moments. And the rest of the movie is sort of just a jumbled mess, but it's a fun jumbled mess, if that makes sense. So I'm not really saying that it's bad or that it's not entertaining. It's just not really what I wanted 100% out of Phantasm 5. But movie aside, I know that this film was made rather cheaply on the fly, with just a group of friends hanging out on the weekends. So I do know that it would be hard to make it exactly what I wanted, but it's super low budget. But you know, with that, put that aside as well, and bring the movie back. You can only judge the movie for what the movie is, not what you know about the production. So, as a whole, the movie was decent. It was not. It did not blow me away. There was some really cool scenes, stuff that put a smile on my face. Reggie is amazing. I absolutely love him. The stuff with the tall man was good. Just in terms of story and the non-linear fashion, it felt less like a nightmare like the previous films, and more just like an odd way of telling a story. But I kind of did like where they kind of did the multiple universe type thing, because it's like this parallel where, without spoiling things, it's like, okay, maybe this is what it was and this is what they think it was, or vice versa. It's, without spoiling anything, trust me, it's hard. So yeah, Phantasm 5, just not amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 6.5 out of 10. Still passable, still enjoyable, but no masterpiece. See you guys tomorrow with another review. Thank you for joining me.